Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with a fresh shave, fresh attitude, fresh top to get done. What did we do? What did we do last night? We did barbecue out front, and that's why there's plastic on this. Told the kids, don't look at it, don't touch it, don't tell jokes to it, just forget about it. Here's why it's a two-part, and I'm also guilty of it, is the dust, right? Dust is going to kill your hard wax application. You're going to want to make sure that it's dust-free. The other thing are the little fingers that touch this. You have oil all over your fingers all the time. And I've at least found is that stuff transfers into the wood. You're going to put your hard wax down and you're going to see, oh, geez, look at that. There's a fingerprint in there. And that's because of the oil that you transfer before or as you're doing your finish. So treat these things properly. You're going to get a good finish. We did this one off camera last night to match the stain. And I like to do the small pieces first, just to make sure, not just for the client, but my own sanity that I'm on the right track. It's going to match what we've approved. Because really, to be honest with you, if you go too dark, I mean, you're saying bye, right? All that time and effort that you worked on this client's piece or pieces is gone. I mean, good luck trying to make this lighter. You're going to sand it back. I've done it, but you're going to lose money and it's just not worth it. So take the time, do the small pieces first. It's a step. You're honing in on it. You're putting it into practice, and then you can do your big, expensive, time-consuming pieces. So that's what I would suggest. You don't have to do that. I mean, if you're a pro, better than me, go do it. Whatever, do whatever you want, right? But if you're DIY, hard wax, they claim it's not a DIY-friendly thing, and I get it, right? The stuff is like concrete. You have a finite amount of time after you start applying this, especially with the two-part hardener. It's gonna go off, and when it goes off, it will leave streaks. And then even someone like myself or a professional, they have to chase that dust that's built up into the finish. It'll give it a streak, and you're trying to go over it and you're trying to get rid of it. Inevitably, you're taking too much of the hard wax off, and it will show. Now, there's different ways you can do it to alleviate that. We talked about the 642, which is that mechanical application, and you can, if it does go off, and it has, even with me at the old shop, I'll just abandon what I'm doing. I'll try and get it as best as I can to the other areas, but I know I have to get that 642 out really quick with a maroon pad and start hitting it mechanically to get rid of those streaks without taking too much hard wax off. So without further ado, I will move these pieces out. I'll take this plastic off, get you back in. I'll start doing the table first. I'll show the plastic applicator and you'll see how quick it goes down, but then the mechanical, the replication that I'm doing with my hand, I'll do it all by hand. It does take time, and you don't want it to go off on you as you're finishing. But like we said, there is a way to deal with it if it does. Then I'll do the base all by hand. That does take time. I think this one probably took an hour and a half. You're gonna want to rub it in and everything. Make sure it's perfect. This oak piece here, that's the side entry table. It did darken a little bit overnight. I'm still not 100% sure if I'm gonna try and make it a little darker. Probably will, but it's pretty close, right? So what we'll do is I'll get this plastic off, we'll get you back in, and you'll see me apply it. How's that? Stick around. Here we go. I think we're set, ready to go. There's dogs fighting outside. Sounds terrible. Hoping everything's okay. But we carry on. We doing our thing. So I've got the stain all mixed up over here. 3 parts. The one, your color, the hardener. I'll make sure this is closed here as best we can. Got that going off. Mix this up. So yeah, just 3 parts. Stain, 1 part hardener. And you're gonna see how far this goes and how fast. I'll probably do the whole table all at one shot here. I used to do half and half, but we'll give it a shot. I think we can be fine here. That's probably good for now. Let's see how far we get with this. And I take it as far as I can without spilling off the edges here. Just like so. Edge control, edge control. Coming back. It's not the end of the world if you get it off to the edge, but I would clean it up pretty quick because it can leave little drips. Even though it's dark, you'll still see it. Like there, I bet you I hit the edge there. Oh, I didn't. Good job. Good job. Let's go. Like I said, if you feel comfortable only doing half, I think I might. Stuff will go off pretty quick on me. But you can just blend the other half in, no problem. You're not gonna see a mark where you're blending it. You do half the table. Come back in with that pad after I'm talking about. I'm gonna do it manually with my hand rather than a machine. Work it in, and then we'll do the other half of the table. Okay. Well, it's a good thing we did only half here. It is hot, and it is drying fast. So I'm gonna spin this table and do the other side. But that turned out really good. Towards the end, I started to get a little hardness. I'm struggling over here, but that's good. I'm happy with that. It ain't gonna get any better. And these little tiny chases that you're doing here now, it's so light. You're just touching it. Let it sit, dry. Come back over, we'll buff that out. But there are no streaks left in that. Okay, I'll flip it around. All right, here we are. It is done. It is late. I am happy. The way that the light just hits this grain, it's something special. The tone. That's the payoff. That's the payoff right there. These pieces are generational. They're gonna last a lifetime too. Really, really special. I did have a problem towards the end of the video. Battery died, but it did start going off on me. I whipped out that 642, the orbital sander, and threw some 3M pad on it. You can see here I made some Swiss cheese out of that, but that was critical. Needed to get that in. I think it was the heat in the shop, but nonetheless, we've got these tips and tricks that can get you out of trouble. I know we started off the video talking about all the stress and the chaos, but I mean, if you can just mute it, focus, trust the process and your abilities. I mean, this is it, right? You can see what you can do. And to me, this is my therapy. This is my getaway. This is why I do it. It's the end. It really is. It all coming together. Like I said, it's generational. This family's gonna eat dinner here. We're gonna have holiday dinners on this. Kids are gonna do the homework. And I know I have the confidence this stuff's just gonna last forever. So I'm happy. I hope you've learned something. If you have, give me a like, subscribe. It really does help grow the channel. And it does mean a lot to me. So, yeah. Until the next one. It's late. It's late, and we're on to the next project. Hopefully, we get onto that fence next. Got another woodworking project that's coming down the line too. It's probably going to be a desk. But yeah, stick around.